I am so excited because we just got to Lafayette Place Campground, one of my favorite places to camp. We're in Franconia, New Hampshire, and this is my first time camping with my family. So my husband and my 1-year-old daughter are here too. And we're gonna sleep in a tent for the first time, all three of us. And I have all new gear to test out, to try out, to show you, and it's going to be an experience, and I'll bring you along. I'll show you exactly what I have, how it goes, and what we get up to on this camping trip. I was waiting till I was recording to tell you this, but this campground has a bear that lives here. And the bear lives at those dumpsters, like 3 sites over. So everything in here is what we have for our sleep system. So a 3-person tent, sleeping bags for all 3 of us, sleeping pads for all 3 of us, all new stuff that I'm really excited to try out. And this whole thing weighs 15 pounds. So I'm really doing baby steps when it comes to camping with a baby. So we have a drive-in campsite. We actually have our camper with us. We're not planning on sleeping in it, but it's there just in case. But this is going to be a good like shakedown hike for if we actually do backpack with the baby, and we can only take what we can fit in a backpack. So this is good for us to figure out what we need, what we don't need, how she likes it. Are you so excited? So now it's time to open this up and set up the tent, the sleeping pads, the sleeping bags, and everything. This is the REI Flash 55. I haven't used this backpack, but I wanted to pack everything in there to see how it fits. The tent that I chose for this is the Nemo Dragonfly 3-person tent. I had the Nemo Dragonfly 1-person tent on about half of my thru hike, and I loved it. So I'm sure I'll love the 3-person one just as much. I have never even taken this tent out of the bag before. Are you gonna sleep in here? Yeah, you are. Yeah, this is a tent. I have not slept in a tent since I was 8 months pregnant, so over a year ago. And I was actually here, just a couple sites over. Green goes with green, black goes with black. So I did want a tent from Nemo just because I absolutely love this brand. And I went with a fully freestanding tent just because I thought that would be easiest. So it does have tent stakes to stake it down, but they are not necessary. And I also went with like a super lightweight option in case we do backpack and we have to hike miles to get to a campsite. It shouldn't be too bad. Out of all the times I've been to this campsite, I don't think I've ever been like during the busy season. It is July 8th right now, and it is hopping. The best thing about a fully freestanding tent is once you set it up, you can like put it exactly where you want. I'll do the rain fly later. Now I have the sleeping pads to set up. I actually got a double wide sleeping pad. Got a closed cell foam pad for the baby. I actually have 2 foam pads for the baby to hopefully like stack these and make it a little more comfortable. We'll see how it goes. Don't watch this video on a how to camp with a baby. Watch this video on us figuring it out for the first time and giving my honest feedback at the end. I couldn't find my like ultralight backpacking pump for this when I was packing, but it did come with a like pump sack. So we're gonna try this out. It's 8:12 right now. Let's see how long this takes. So that took 5 minutes. There it is. This is the Nemo QSAR double. Now let's see if it fits in the tent. Not 100% sure there's room for that and this side by side, but we'll make it work. This is probably what I was the most excited about. This is the baby's sleeping bag. Come on, how cute is that? This is from Morrison Outdoors. I've wanted one of these for so long since I knew I was having a baby and that I was gonna take her camping. But when I saw this on Shark Tank recently, I'm just like, it sold me even more. Safe sleep is really important for me. So I think this is just the safest way for a baby to sleep outside. It's got like the fold over mitt so their hands will stay nice and warm, and I won't have to deal with an actual sleeping bag that could go over her face. This was just really important for me to get. And then Chet and I just have our sleeping bags that we've been using forever. So these aren't new pieces of gear. I have my Z-Pex sleeping bag that I took on my thru hike, and Chet has this EMS sleeping bag that he's had since before we met. I do think the temps tonight, I'll have to double check. Actually, I'll double check and tell you that later. And then we just got 2 inflatable pillows for the 2 of us. Baby does not sleep with a pillow yet. I'll show you before I put the rain fly on. This is the setup. I should have gotten it on video so 60,000 people could have seen. Ta-da! Are you excited to camp? Is there poison ivy here?
Might be ticks.
You want to show them what you're having for dinner? Very nice. A little milky. Let's warm that up. The Jetboil is such a handy piece of gear. So I'm just getting the Munchkin ready for bed now. The sleeping bag that I bought for her, I was just reading about it. The ideal outdoor temperature that you should use the sleeping bag is between 40 and 60 degrees. I just took a walk to the camp store where they had the current weather conditions posted, and the low tonight is going to be 63. So I think she can get away with just wearing her normal sleep sack that we wear at home. So I don't think we're going to be able to use the new sleeping bag, but I will keep it in the tent just in case we get a little chilly tonight. So putting her in the tent went really well. I just laid her down and she stayed asleep. She is usually a very good sleeper, so fingers crossed she can sleep through the night in the tent, but I have a good feeling about it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Is anyone else watching Ryan Trahan travel to 50 states in 50 days? Because we've been watching this every night. So it's about 10:30 right now. We're about to get in the tent for the night, and I will let you know how it goes in the morning. So something I was really looking forward to on this camping trip was waking up and being able to have a hot cup of coffee outside by my tent. This is just like, I don't know, peak camping. For this morning's coffee, I actually mixed in half a stick of Element chocolate caramel electrolytes. Element's a sponsor of this video. They make amazing electrolyte drink mixes, and on the website they have so many fun recipes. So when I saw that you can mix a chocolate caramel in with a hot cup of coffee, oh my god, there's a chipmunk right there. I was like, that's perfect. We're going on a hike later today, so I need to be hydrated for that. I don't want to feel dehydrated and have muscle cramps. I don't want to get fatigued, tired. I don't want to get headaches. I just want to be feeling my best. So that's why I'm starting the morning with coffee and electrolytes. It's kind of like a 2-for-1. I'm really excited about that. Every stick of Element has a meaningful dose of electrolytes. It's science-backed. It only has what you need to stay hydrated. So it's got the sodium, the potassium, the magnesium, Doesn't have any sugar, doesn't have any artificial coloring, gluten. It's just very clean, very tasty electrolytes. If you would like to try Element, if you would like to reorder some, head to my link, which is drinkelement.com/Nahamsha, because when you do that, you get a free sample pack of Element thrown in with your purchase. This sample pack has 8 sticks of Element's most popular flavors. So reorder some, try it out for the first time, head to the website, and stay hydrated. So last night for dinner we had backpacking meals. This morning for breakfast we didn't pack anything because I really want to try out Polly's Pancakes. Heard it's a famous restaurant around here. I've actually never been, so let's go try it out. So we just got back from Polly's Pancake Parlor. I had the most delicious maple iced coffee and then amazing pancakes. I got chocolate chip, I got blueberry. They were all so good. We're back at the campsite right now and I'm gonna start prepping for our hike today. I'm thinking the perfect hike today would be Lonesome Lake. One, because it's gorgeous. We can see one of the AMC huts and we can leave right from our campsite. So that's the plan. I'm gonna start packing the backpack soon, but I wanna go over how our sleep went last night. First time sleeping in a tent with the little toddler. I don't know if I should call her a baby or a toddler. I feel like now that she's pretty good at walking, she's a toddler. She just turned 1. Anyways, like I said last night, she went to bed super easy. She fell asleep in my arms. I just plopped her on her sleeping pad with her sleep sack on and she was just out. She did wake up at 10:30. She just kind of like sat up in the tent. She was in here by herself while we were sitting at the picnic table. She sat up and was a little confused, but we just laid her right back down and she fell asleep instantly. And she did that again at 12:30. But other than that, she slept through the night, which I was really surprised at, like how well she adapted to sleeping in the tent. At one point in the night, I took her off of her foam sleeping pad and I brought her onto the inflatable sleeping pad that I was sleeping on. I don't know, I think she just kept fidgeting off of it. She just kept pulling herself up and I was afraid that her face wouldn't be on the sleeping pad anymore, so I brought her onto mine and then I realized I was way too crammed. I was sleeping on my side, my shoulder was hurting. So then I put her back on her foam sleeping pad and she was fine. She woke up at 6:20, which is very normal for her. That's what she would do at home. So she slept like a champ in the tent for the first time, and that makes me super hopeful for doing this a lot more in the future. So I'm happy she adapted well and she enjoyed it. She's taking a nap right now, but when she wakes up, we're gonna go on a hike. Also, like I said, we have our camper with us. We just wanted our camper as backup just in case this didn't go well. And I'm happy we did because my pillow that I packed for myself apparently has a hole in it. So I didn't use this and I was able to steal a pillow from the camper, like a big normal pillow. So this was really comfortable, but I'm gonna have to replace this. I bought this in 2019, so it might be time. So I've been getting things together that we need for the hike. So I'm gonna pack everything and show you what we're bringing. First, I have this Osprey Poco LT baby carrier. Baby's gonna go in there, and my husband called dibs on carrying this, so that works for me. It does have a big storage pocket in the front, and I'm gonna put some of the baby's things in there. We're just gonna have snacks for lunch. So puffs, a bar, a yogurt, a pouch, and then diaper and wipes. And then I'm gonna clip the pacifier to the top. And then we got some baby bug spray. I don't think this has cup holders. I shall put her little water bottle in this top pouch. I believe the bottle's leak proof. Yeah, we should be good. And then she has 2 layers. I'm gonna bring her melanzana and a rain jacket for her. And I think that should be good for baby. I'm gonna be wearing a Cotopaxi backpack in there. I'm gonna bring her sleeping pad, just if we have to sit her down somewhere for a snack or diaper change, that would be comfortable. I'm gonna pack my extra layer, which is a rain jacket. I have a couple bags that I bring on all my hikes. So my little first aid kit and then my little bag with a bunch of the 10 essentials and emergency stuff. And then I got lunch for my husband and I just made turkey and cheese sandwiches, crackers for each of us, and a fig bar for each of us, a headlamp, my water, which I put a lemonade salt element in there. I'm gonna be bringing my trekking poles because that helps with my knee. And then I just have to switch into my Darn Tough socks and I think should be good to go. So from the campground, we got on the Lonesome Lake Trail and looks like it's gonna be a little over a mile until we get to Lonesome Lake. And then the plan is to just hang around there by the lake, go into the AMC hut, have lunch up there. For some reason, I'm already hungry after going to Polly's Pancake Parlor. So I'm looking forward to spending some time letting the baby waddle around and look at the mountains. There might be a view. It's a little cloudy today. Just so much instant relief getting to this lake. Climbing up here, almost 1,000 feet of elevation gain in 1 mile. I was dripping sweat. It's so hot and humid, and I'm definitely out of shape. Have not done much hiking in the last few months, but getting up to the lake, we're walking around it, already feels a little breezy. The terrain is flat, so we're just gonna walk around the lake, visit the hut, and hang out, find a nice spot to eat our sandwiches soon. I broke out my bird app, so this is what we're listening to right now. There it is. The Appalachian Trail. That's northbound. That's southbound. Take a camera picture of us on the bike. Look at the camera.
Step back.
Follow Dada. First steps on the AT. Oh. All right, we've been up here for I think over an hour now. Both had our lunches, we all had lots of snacks, and now we're gonna head back down to the campsite. I think the baby is about to fall asleep. I'm sure she'll sleep in the pack the whole way down. Here we go. Back to the Lafayette campground.
What's this way?
Bridge. We just got back to the campsite. I am exhausted. My legs feel like jello. I'm stopping my watch. That was 3.5 miles. But I guess I can't complain too much because my husband was the one that just carried a 30, 40 pound backpack. But yeah, I need to grab a soda and chill for a second. So typically when you book these campsites for the night, you gotta be out by 11 o'clock the next morning. But I actually booked this for 2 nights, even though we're only staying for 1. That way we're not rushed to get out of our campsite at any certain time. So it's, what is it, 1:46 right now, and we're just hanging out, but we will head home eventually. That was actually so much more time consuming packing up gear for 3 people than it is for 1. So the 3-person tent, the 3 sleeping pads, the 3 sleeping bags. I think that time lapse was 15 minutes long, but yeah, it's everything.
She played in the puddle, got her hands all wet, and then she rubbed them in the dirt, so I tried to wash them off with the water.
Cute. So we're gonna go ahead and pack everything else up thanks for joining us on this camping trip. The first time sleeping in the tent with the baby. I feel like I learned a lot, and next time we do this, we can not bring our camper in our car and actually hike to a camp spot and only bring in what we need. But this was a good idea to figure out what we used, what we didn't use, because we definitely overpacked. But now we have a good idea of what we actually need to go camping with the baby. So I had so much fun making this video. I had a great camping trip, great family time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.